Hello, and welcome to the Revolutionary Marriage Podcast. I'm Dr. Debi, and today we're talking about a moment every couple has faced, even if they don't have the words for it. It's the moment when he's overwhelmed, stressed, frustrated, carrying the weight of a problem he cannot solve, and she has no idea what he needs. She may even think he needs space, but most of the time, that's the opposite of what he needs. When a man is stressed, he needs her more, even if he doesn't say it, even if he doesn't know it. When stress narrows his world, happens all the time. When he faces a big problem, especially at work, his world shrinks to one point of focus. He's not withdrawing, he's not rejecting, he's not shutting her out. He's trying to save the ship. He's looking for the solution, the answer, the action that will keep everything stable for himself and for his family. But that intense focus doesn't leave much room for conversation or emotion or even awareness of how he's coming across, which means she often misreads him. Here's a classic example. Some of you may remember the old black and white movie, It's a Wonderful Life. Now, you don't have to have seen it to understand this moment. In one scene, the main character, George Bailey, comes home on Christmas Eve after discovering a devastating financial mistake that threatens everything he has spent his life protecting. He's overwhelmed, panicked, ashamed, terrified. His wife, Mary, has no idea what's happening because he doesn't tell her. So she responds the way many women do when a man is behaving strangely, with confusion, questions, and concern that mixes with frustration. She doesn't know what the problem is, nor how she can help. In real life, just as in the movie script, Mary's response actually makes things worse. When I ask men, what did George need from Mary in that moment? Most of them shrug and say, I have no idea. There's nothing she can do to fix it for him. And that answer is incredibly revealing. Because from his perspective, she has nothing to add that could stop the impending disaster. When he's already overwhelmed, he doesn't want to pull her into the pit with him because scaring her means he'll have to deal with her emotions too. So he doesn't want her panic added to his own, and he doesn't want to hear her advice, which he already knows won't help. So he goes inward, not because he doesn't need her, but because he thinks needing her will make things worse. What does he actually need but rarely can say? Well, here's the truth. When a man is stressed, the best antidote to anxiety, it's not space, it's loving human touch. Not pressure, not questions, not advice, not demands for explanation. Touch, presence, compassion without words, because touch calms the nervous system faster than any conversation. Touch interrupts the fight, flight, and freeze response long enough for him to breathe again. Touch says what words cannot. You're not alone. We're in this together, whatever it is. What could Mary have done? And what can every wife do today? Well, imagine that instead of guessing, correcting, or questioning, Mary had simply moved in close, slipped her arm under her husband's, rested her head on his shoulder, and let her presence say, I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm with you. No words, no pressure, no panic, and no advice. Just grounding, just love, just connection. That moment alone could have shifted everything in his body and his brain and in their relationship. Now, there's a reason why this works, because men don't always know what they need when they're overwhelmed. Their focus is locked in on the threat, Their mind is racing for solutions. Their body is bracing for impact. But a woman's loving touch breaks through that noise. It tells his nervous system, you're safe, you're supported, you're not alone. Once his body settles, his mind clears. And once his mind clears, he can lead again, think again, and love again. Not perfectly, not instantly, but enough to remember he still has agency, and he still has her. The good news, his stress doesn't mean he doesn't care, his overwhelm doesn't mean he doesn't need her, and his silence doesn't mean she should stay away. In fact, her presence is often the very thing that gives him strength to face what's in front of him. Because men don't just need love in the easy moments, they need love in the moments they are most afraid to admit that they need it. Now, your next step. If you're a wife and you want to learn how to support your husband's heart in ways that truly matter to him, downloading Understanding Him is a great place to start. And if you're a husband and you want to benefit from her presence as a gift to your nervous system, start by downloading Understanding Her. Thank you for joining me on the Revolutionary Marriage Podcast. And remember, extraordinary love is never an accident. It's the result of strength plus beauty, which creates synergy and life.